So drivers take note. In just a couple of months, you're going to start seeing speed enforcement cameras around the city of Minneapolis. Here's a map we want to show you. It shows there it is, showing all the locations the city is considering putting those cameras up. It's going to be a slow rollout, starting with just a few. And tonight, Kent explains what company is going to control the cameras and when we'll know where they will be focused.
Go to 26th and Lyndale.
Nobody pays attention to this 25 miles an hour sign.
In North Minneapolis.
People crashing.
And you'll hear
speeding.
Plenty.
Passing red lights.
Of safety concerns.
Chaotic.
But Prince Clark could also just show you.
This is what happens when people don't do the speed limit. They crash into people's property.
Clark said the fence around his front yard was leveled a few weeks ago.
Somebody was speeding down this way. Drunk, tried to pass a red light, smashed right into my property.
And it wasn't the first time.
I just kind of gave up on it.
He says other neighbors have similar stories.
He got his property crashed into like 3 or 4 times.
Those stats, along with the intersection's proximity to a park, school, and bike path, all help explain why 26th and Lyndale is among 51 potential locations for Minneapolis's traffic safety camera pilot, a list that will be whittled down to just 5 sites 2 weeks from now.
I'll campaign for it to be right here. 26th and Lyndale is probably one of the most dangerous streets when it comes to speeding.
We're planning to have one location in each major segments of the city. We are spreading locations around.
Ethan Fawley, program coordinator of Vision Zero Minneapolis, says public support for the upcoming speed cameras grew considerably during public comment earlier this year.
We've heard support from more than 80% of people who have shared feedback for us.
Unlike the city's previous camera enforcement program, this one has state approval. And he says the vendor, Novoa Global, will make it easy to contest tickets, provide warnings on a first offense, and ensure citations do not go on someone's driving record.
Working with us to make sure we have a system that is truly protecting privacy. This isn't about us raising revenue. The citations are set at $40. This is about changing that unsafe behavior.
He says that's something he believes Novoa Global can deliver on because they already provide automated speed and red light enforcement in about a dozen states.
What we see with this vendor is we typically are going to get between 90 to 98% reduction in speeding at 10 or more miles an hour over the speed limit. That's a huge difference for safety.
That's over how long after implementation?
So that change can happen really quickly. We can get those reductions in unsafe behavior within 6 months, really, to get to a good level.
I think it'll have that impact all around the city. It'll start holding people accountable, and people will start getting tickets, and they'll start waking up.
The contract for the speed cameras as well as red light cameras to follow will total about $12 million over 4 years, with the option to extend by another couple of years. The full council is expected to approve it later this month, and on July 15th is when we expect to hear those first 5 locations. Jana.
Kent, it's such an interesting thing, the passage of time, because last time around when you mentioned it in your piece, when those cameras went into effect, people were getting tickets. There was a lot of pushback even before it was implemented, and they're saying this time they don't think so?
Yeah, because this program's just a little bit different. Again, it's not going to be as invasive as the other, and there's that clear way of contesting. Again, it's not connected directly to someone's driving record, and the police department doesn't have access. It's a separate way that it's run. It's through this company. So that's kind of the delineation, and clearly the traffic deaths and safety concerns with speeding since 2020 is a big concern.
Yeah, it looks like Prince on the north side is all in. So
yeah.
Thanks so much. We appreciate it, Kent.